Yes, we're ready. All right, following the meeting to order. Let's start with 70 Main Street. Have a seat, tell us. Go ahead and tell us what you're gonna do.
This, I didn't,
Business.
I didn't know. Well, because this is on Main Street next to.
Yeah. What's that?
Have you done like any kind of
What?
walking around to see how visible this is from other
Yeah,
locations?
Until you get, I sent pictures, but you should have not,
right.
not here. There's a drive, this is the driveway, obviously, coming in. You can't, this is where the location is.
Yeah,
You can only see it if you walk to this point.
Right.
not visible.
No.
No, there's no other road. You can't see it through.
You have to really get
Okay.
You
behind,
have to be on private property, so.
basically.
All right,
It's not-
so then the sense I get
Public
is that it's not reviewable by us.
I mean, in
No,
my,
we start process, right, last week, so,
I did extra
yeah, let's.
to
okay,
clarify what I'm
go
doing,
with it.
but you know, you can't see any of it at all.
Okay.
I mean, Al,
I would say, yeah, because I think, last week, if I remember correctly, it was kind of thin. We didn't really know what you were
That
talking
is
about.
true. Yeah,
So-
so now that I have better pictures, we can all see
Yeah.
what I'm doing, exactly
Yes.
where it is.
So do I have a motion that we, not review this because it's not viewable by the public?
I would make that motion.
Do I have a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
So
Was that an aye?
apologies for that, yeah.
Hey, what about-
You were referring to us incorrectly because this is not visible from a public right of way, so.
No harm, no
That-
foul.
that should-
What I'll do is I'll issue a notice. We have, come to the point where
Mhm.
everything that we do is, somehow documented.
Sure,
So it'll be a notice saying it's not required to be reviewed.
okay, good. That's great, and we'll just continue.
So,
It's within the historic district, it has to come here, and then we have to.
yeah, we have to make a judgment as to whether or not it's
Okay, but we
reviewed.
weren't referred here incorrectly, let's just say that, right?
No,
Yeah.
I was
we were
referred
referred here
yeah, that's
because
why
it's in
I'm,
the district.
that's why I'm submitting all this.
Okay.
Very tiny thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Um,
So you're all set.
Okay,
I'm gonna.
I'll just deal with the town and.
Yes, and I'll send this notice out this weekend, so
Okay.
everybody will have it, and it'll be clear that you don't have to, your application doesn't have to be reviewed.
Very good.
All right,
Thanks for your time.
thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good holiday.
You too.
All right. Okay. New business. 15 Paulding. This will be Kathleen Patrick.
I am not, but I am her proxy.
Proxy for Kathleen Patrick. Okay. Someone. All right, so proxy, tell us what you're proposing be done.
So this is for 11 panels for a solar project, 11 panels and one inverter on top of 15 Paulding Avenue.
I guess we have some materials that were submitted, and let me supplemental photos. This is the property,
Yes.
okay, and use. And this is what you're proposing. as
Yes,
far as
that's the rendering. That's what it's gonna look like.
You said that there are 11.
Mhm.
Or 11 individual panels, but in a group, 4 groups.
Yes. Yes, 4 groups.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, all right, so you're also, talking about, an inverter and a meter replacement, and now where are those devices going to be installed?
So,
Maybe
Those
show us on the
will-
picture, if that would be helpful.
oh, okay, so I could show you on the plan set just because this is not the side of the house that it will be installed on. So right here is where on the plans at the MP, these right over here, that's where the inverter will be installed.
Oh, it's not visible.
No, it's not.
Is this Paulding right here though? Paulding right
It's this
here.
Paulding.
Paulding.
So it's on this side.
Mhm.
Now, we have all these elevations, can you point out on these elevations where in fact it will be installed?
Thank you.
this is Paulding, right?
Yeah,
This side.
that's Paulding.
Yeah.
So that's the north side. We don't have a photo of the north side.
So no, it should be, yeah. I'm sorry, they did not send a photo of that over.
So this is the north side?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Okay, where on that, because it's
Yeah,
All the
so
way in the back.
all the way in the back?
Yes, sir.
it's on the second roof, under the largest roof structure,
It's
so it'll be
going to
somewhere
be-
here. This,
Right over here. If you look at it like this,
On the southern, not on the northern side, on the back of the house.
no, I'm sorry. So it'll go this way, so it'll be on this side of the house.
so
I'm
the
sorry,
street-
you were
the
right,
Paulding
yes.
side of the street, so which is
Okay.
this side of the street, which is the visible part, so we do need to know where it's going on that side of the house.
Okay.
Okay, so. it's
Is
on the
that
south
not covered
side?
by the shrubbery?
I don't know,
Okay.
it doesn't look like it, cause it looks like it's on this larger roof section, not
Is
the
that on
second
the
or third.
south side?
No, it's
It's on the street facing, the
In other words, it's on this side?
yes,
Yes.
but it's back on the, you can't really
In
see
the
it
back
from the
part.
photo, cause it's in the largest section of the house.
There's street view on up there, is there?
It kind of curves around that house. So you can see from 2 sides of the
Mhm.
street.
Yeah, there's no Google Street View either.
Okay, I guess, and the inverter is going to be mounted on the outside,
The outside of the house, yes.
and when the application talks about a meter replacement, are you talking about the electric meter?
Yes, the electric meter. They switch it with the inverter.
The only photo that there isn't. Isn't
I'll let
there.
Kelly know.
Okay. I guess the question is, because usually, what we're most interested in is what is visible to the public. So the question is, the electrical cables and stuff like that, how is that gonna be run?
It will be run on the side of the house. It'll be running.
Okay,
So it'll be run on the street facing Paulding Avenue facade,
Yes.
presumably the inverter is somewhere around here,
Mhm.
and then it goes
It'll be
up the
running,
side.
yeah, so it'll be running up the side, yes.
And so it goes around, the eave of the roof here.
Mhm.
Okay,
But how close to the window is it? The second story window? Like, does it go up here? At
I
the
would know, that would
corner, or
be,
does it
that would
go-
be more of an installation question, that would not be more of a me question, I'm very sorry, that one I couldn't answer. Just because on site it might be a little different, they might have to move it, that one I wouldn't know.
okay, so looking at this picture, am I correct that we're gonna have panels on this roof and this roof? And this roof and this roof?
Yeah.
Yes,
Not the little, not this little.
Yeah,
not the small roof, but yeah.
right. So I guess the question is that, is there any reason why, let's say, the panels here and here can't be joined together, you know, or
They
the
wouldn't be able to fit, that's why usually design puts it like that, is because that's how the panels, that's how they can put the most amount of panels to fit. That's usually how design does that.
okay, but, so the question is that, are they connected over the ridge?
What would you mean?
They all
Are
connect
these-
to each other, don't they?
Coming up here, going up the facade.
No, they're all connected to each other and they're
Well,
all,
how are these connected? How is this roof connected to these? Is what he's asking.
I don't have that answer.
See, the thing, what we, let me take this tack. This is what we would like to see. You've got a series of panels here and a series of panels here. We would like for there to be one cable which connects these panels and these panels. Is there any problem with that?
No,
Okay, and the same thing here, you've got panels here, and we'd like to have them with one, cable connecting them, together. Now, what you're telling us is that the inverter is someplace here?
yes, it's in the, on that side, in the back.
In the back.
The back.
Somewhere in here, yeah.
The back.
The back,
towards
I
the back
mean,
of
yes,
photo,
towards the
but
back of the photo
visible-
and the back of this house, over
On
here.
this
Yeah.
facade of the house.
Okay. So I guess the question then is that, does it make sense to have the cable from these panels coming down here, joining the cable from these panels and then running to the inverter?
Is it also possible to have the inverter
On
on
the
the
other
opposite of the other side of the house?
Yeah, that would.
Like,
I can ask that, yeah,
North side of the house as opposed to the
we could do that,
south side of the house as opposed to the north side of the house.
we can do
Then it
that,
would
yeah,
avoid a lot of conduit visibility
Yeah.
everywhere.
we can move that, yeah.
Okay,
I can let my design team know and see what they kick back. 100%.
so, let me jot this down.
So we need confirmation from your design team.
Okay.
I will let, the permitting team know.
So that's the inverter. But, I would assume that the electric meters is there in the same location
I would assume so, yes.
and, that you're not gonna move the electric meter.
No, I don't believe so, but they have done things like that before, so I can let the design team know.
They put the inverter
On the
a
opposite
different.
side, yes, they changed the spot of the inverter, yes.
Okay, so if we, now this is.
Is there one piece of conduit that's connecting here to here to here to here, or are they getting?
There is usually one something connecting everything, but it is very small.
What you're showing, I think, is this facade
Yeah.
along the driveway. We're talking about maybe moving it to here.
I know, I guess,
Or wherever, as long as it's not.
well, if we move the inverter, let's say either here or here.
Well, I think what Kimberly was saying is Paulding kind of goes around like this. So, and this is kind of on that curve. So if you're walking down here, you could, essentially see that and all the conduit from here, but if it's on this side, especially towards the front, you won't see it.
The south side is, yeah,
Very
not,
good.
not really visible.
Okay.
Much at all,
So
if at all.
what we're, this is the south side. So we're talking about the southeast corner.
We're talking about ideally this
Anywhere on the
towards the
south.
south, further towards the west than the east. But yeah, on the
Down
south.
the hill, I guess, more over here. I mean, anywhere on the south side is better than on
Yeah.
the north side, so.
Okay, well, let's pick a spot. And then, if that is a
You say the
problem,
conduit's drawn on there?
Well, no, it's not, but the inverter and the meter are gone.
The inverter and the meter are drawn over there, so that's where that will be.
okay, so for example, this is the south side. Further, I guess,
So it's probably here.
yeah,
this.
it's this is the low roof.
Mhm.
So this looks like a mechanical area anyway,
Mhm.
right? So if we talk about putting the inverter someplace here, then, you know, the connections can be made, the upper panels coming down, joining this cable and this cable, then going down to the inverter on that side.
Okay.
All right? So. Um, where is that?
And the,
On the plan?
have that, there was one missing. You wanna hold on to this one?
Yeah, because then I'll be able
Fine.
to. Okay, array. So if we indicate,
I'm like, I just wanna take the siding off. the
Yeah.
table, but
okay,
under there.
if we say inverter goes here,
Mhm.
This is a good view.
Okay, fine. Completely on, sure.
okay.
You wanna draw how you want, expect the conduit to be run as well?
Plugging in.
Well, I would assume that this is going to connect to that. This is going to connect to this. And then this will come down and go here.
So it's a matter of where this roof line connects to that, cause it's gotta go up the siding, right?
It doesn't have to go up the siding. It
No?
can, you know, if the inverter is down here, you know, what is this square?
That might be, it's a chimney, I think. That looks like the
Yeah, that would
chimney.
be
Well,
the
that, the chimney's here.
That would be this
Yeah.
side, that would be the chimney,
No,
no? Cause that's on,
looks like it in this end.
Well,
There might be a
here's the-
second there might be a slook. There's probably a second chimney.
Okay, all right. All right, well, okay, so then realistically, what they can do is run it like this, cross over here, join this one, the cable, the conduit or the power from that, or that array, join it together and go down here. And exactly where the meter is, you know, there is some flexibility, but we'd like to have one conduit or one cable
okay,
coming
Do
down.
the panels all need to connect to each other, or can
Yeah.
they do,
they would be needed, yeah.
so. You're saying
There are two panels here.
there's two here, two on that side, and then they're up here, so
Yeah.
how are you saying these ones are gonna connect to up here?
Well, the cable is gonna come down here.
Down the back side down the south side of the house.
Right, and connect to the cable and then down to wherever the inverter winds up being.
So he's kind of saying this is gonna drop down that way, and this drops, and they connect offline on the south side.
Okay,
That's doable.
I can let them know, yeah.
And P, main panel, SE is the service entrance. AC is the AC disconnect and inverter. So the only thing that we're changing really is we're taking this inverter and moving it over to this side. Okay,
And just hiding it as much as possible,
Yeah.
basically.
And asking that the conduit not be run up this side. of the house.
As much as possible, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Make it
So
clean.
do I have a motion concerning the application as we have modified?
as specified
As-
by you.
That's right. As I have drawn it on the pictures.
So you're from the C of A and they're confirming back that this is possible.
Well,
Is that-
the issue is that we are confirming what we discussed here. If that can't be done for any particular reason, and the only flexibility is that the inverter, there is some latitude as far as where the inverter can wind up being on this wall. If that is a problem, then they have to come back.
Okay.
All right? That way, it can move forward. So, do I have a motion concerning the application? As modified.
Motion to contingently approve the application as modified, is that what we say?
No, it's not, we're approving the motion as we've described it.
Okay.
If
we
they
can't do
can't,
it, of course,
then
I would
they
have
have
to
to
come
come
back and it would be a whole different thing.
Yeah, sure.
is that a motion? That sounds like a vote, but I need a motion and a second.
I'll make a motion to approve the application as
As we-
specified
as we-
by the board chair.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Okay. Approved.
Right. Okay, don't take everybody.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, so, and the modifications is location of inverter and conduit, right? Okay. 7 Cedar Street.
Hello,
Hi. Must be Michael.
I'm son-in-law, I'm
Son-in-law.
handling, helping out, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Otherwise I'll get thrown out of the family.
Okay, we'll have to be very understanding.
Yeah, I'd like to stay. So what we're looking to do is, it's an upside down house.
There's no neighbor.
Oh, that is correct, yeah. And, the stairs going up to the second floor, to the main living space is, becoming a hardship on my mother-in-law. So what we're looking to do is get rid of half the garage downstairs. There's plenty of living space,
This is just a neighbor's house.
That's the neighbor's
That's
house.
the neighbor. So this is what we're looking to do. I'm pretty sure you guys all should have copies. We made
We do not have
6 copies of
of
everything.
that.
Oh, yeah, of everything. Yes, I had them made and
Oh,
they were,
no, of the plan, of these plans.
oh, yeah.
So for.
Are they in that, is that there?
Is that it?
I had them all made and they were. They were.
Have an extra.
Yeah, the plans aren't in this.
Yeah, there's six, there's actually 8 full sets.
Sorry.
All right, so this is,
Oh, there they are.
this is the
You're not
back,
crazy.
That's the front of the house.
this is the front of the
That's
house.
just,
That's the front of the house that, so. My first time out this residence, that's my now wife, where's the front? Yeah, it's on this side. This, I would work. So we're gonna make the. This, front to front. That's what I'm trying with that. Okay. Existing on the bottom, proposed on the.
So you wanna put
Okay, so this is,
the garage door,
yeah, that's what it is.
a little kind of
That
double
window,
window, and then add 2 matching doors on either side.
correct, that window is coming from the side. All the vinyl siding is being repurposed from the back of the house because it's all bleached, you know, with sun and everything. So,
Wait, so, I'm sorry, is this window you'll be taking from here,
from here,
which I don't know.
well, that's going in the front. We're repurposing this window to the
So
front.
this won't look like this.
Yeah,
it won't match
I guess
this
it'll be,
window.
I guess it'll be one less.
Well, it doesn't have the same mutton pattern.
Well, no, all the, what do you call it?
The light.
The lights are not in, they're taken out because they cleaned them. They cleaned all the windows, they took out all these lights.
oh, they're just snapping.
They're snapping.
They're not
That's
divided
correct.
lights. Okay.
Yeah, this is a 30-year-old, I think it's 30 years old.
Snapping on the interior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see. Okay. And then the doors will be new doors.
Doors will be new and they match what is the front door, if you don't, yeah, the front door. It's gonna be the same, the metal door. This door, the metal door on the side. The vinyl siding, that's gonna fill in where the garage door that's coming out and around the window. It's gonna be repurposed in the back of the house. Because everything is bleached, you know, over time, over 30 years. And we're gonna replace the vinyl siding in the back of the house.
And then you're adding a roof. between the
Across
two
the
doors.
front, correct.
And this is getting filled in,
That's getting filled.
that's getting filled.
So you're gonna leave, this is gonna remain a garage?
That's gonna remain a one-car garage. Correct. Then the roof that I put in the front, just try to make it look a little more, but that's
And
rest of the
overhang
neighborhood.
across the whole front.
Yeah, to make it,
Okay, and just for clarity's sake,
sure,
these two, nothing changes on the second floor, right?
no,
Okay, so on the first floor, these two are existing and that is there?
that is.
Okay, well, it just, the reason I'm asking the question is, take a look at the dimension, you know, where this window is located as opposed to here. It's a little off, and so it's a little deceiving. These things, in fact, are over here.
Well, this is my fault, because I shrunk everything.
Okay,
They're just trying to make copies to
right,
save them money on blueprints and everything.
okay, all right. But basically, this is then a new window.
That is this window
That is
from here.
no longer there.
And now,
Okay.
This is being filled
Okay,
in.
that's
and
being
relocated.
filled in.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And then on the front, you've got two garage doors existing. You're gonna keep one,
Correct.
and add two other doors and a window.
Correct.
And otherwise, this all stays. the
Everything
same.
stays. And all the cladding, the aluminum fascia and all that is all remaining. If they're refocused,
And
trying to keep it as make everything match, so there's no siding change, no color.
Um. Okay, now this, going from this. Okay. So, I guess this is the proposed floor plan?
That is correct, yeah.
Okay, now I guess the question then is that this door someplace here?
Yes, that's it. That's the new deal. The curbing is for waterproofing. This is gonna be cemented, it's gonna be concrete block. This is more interior. I'm sorry. That's the interior. It's basically the same layout they have upstairs. We're dropping it down. It's gonna be the same exact layout. With the kitchen and the living room, dining room, and two bedrooms.
Okay,
So that, is that, this looks like there's the other garage doors don't always.
This is upstairs.
That's upstairs.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
sorry.
the living space. Yeah, this is the garage right now.
Okay.
We're basically dropping down upstairs. Down. This
Keeping
area
one
here
garage.
would be the garage. Yeah, the heated garage as we speak right now.
okay, I guess I'm a little confused with this. Are you saying that the between these two floor plans, this is this?
That is correct. This here, these are the stairs, right?
Going up to the second
They're
floor?
gonna be going up to the second floor because right now they are from the side entrance, which is the front of the house. That goes up. We're just gonna reverse them.
Okay,
When we talked to the building department, they said they didn't have a problem with that.
okay, and basically you're putting wood flooring on top of the existing concrete slab?
Yeah, we're gonna frame it up with 2x8s. This whole area, infill it, it's gonna be sprayed in insulation. Full cell,
Okay, now, but what about all of this? Over here says existing floor main. Is
this is all there already, that's correct. What we're doing is, we're just gonna open this up so they can go to the bedrooms instead of right now. It's this one, the things here. It's a little confusing. I'll show you. When we go on the side door. This is all interior, so when you go into the side door. The way it is now. It was here, that's really their front door.
Yeah,
Going up, so I'm taking the staircase out, I'm gonna reverse it,
yeah,
so. You go up from the front, and it
okay,
matches this side.
right.
and then
Because-
having the other staircase here just allows them to get to their living room.
Correct,
So you're taking one entrance and making three entrances.
correct. 'Cause right now, believe it or not. The only way you can get furniture in upstairs. You have to go through that window.
Well, I believe it.
I'm just trying to clean everything up and make it.
And where's the light fixture going on this
Yeah.
drawing? If you were to
Yeah,
show
there's
it?
gonna be one over each,
Oh,
one
like
over
in
each
this
over.
little-
Yeah, one over, and I think I have it there, yeah. My initial
Design question would be whether just a shed roof across the entire width of the structure would be
Instead of having
more
the-
appropriate rather than having the two little.
Well, it's funny that you say that. One of my other drawing,
That's what you go.
my mother-in-law wanted the shed roof, my father-in-law wanted this roof.
I think because it's kind of a funky, big oversized gambrel roof, and then the dormers have shed roofs and the porch has a shed roof, it feels like this is maybe a little.
It was gonna be my comment, too, if there were too many.
I actually might even have them here, but I gave them to.
Or take the across roof away completely. But I think I like that idea.
Well, we're
I
trying to
think that
match
might break that.
the other houses, you know, everybody has the little front. You know, now,
Maybe
mother-in-law and a
just-
father-in-law.
Yeah, maybe just do the one roof across, like
I
Todd
think
was
so.
saying.
There's a lot going on in the roof and the shape and the fact that it's facing the street, head on with this. Yeah, I think that,
You guys tell me what
And
you
put your
want.
light Fixtures up there too, under the roof.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
That's. So I'm gonna make someone happy and someone's gonna say, I told you.
yeah.
I'm fine with that. Christmas is next week. Only about 5 hour day. We'll get through it.
Al, do you have any?
Well, I guess. Um. If you're talking about one of these light fixtures, I don't know how you'd be able to fit it in under the dormer at the door.
Without the way it's drawn up right now.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you're not gonna have enough room to get it in there.
Just maybe on the side, but then there's no room on the
Is
garage.
it possible to do just like a recessed overhead light in the structure of the roof rather than have a fixture? Maybe as
I guess anything is possible. It's their house, you know,
Yeah.
it's what they like.
Because you're obviously, yes, you're very tight on
I'm
space
trying to.
around the door and the garage door and the attic.
Well, how big are these?
Well, I guess the shed door over the garage door and the window is,
12 inches?
No, they're 6 inch fixtures.
6 inch
Oh, yeah, there's,
Shed roof.
they have them already on the
This
side of the house. They have.
Except, what is
I can
that?
understand this, because you'd like to have
Those are what,
some sort of
4
cover.
inches?
Yeah.
Those are,
I think it might.
yeah, that's
break
4
up
inches
the
to
area
the
lines,
weather.
Like
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
enormous
I think they have room.
area.
You said these are 6 inches high? And then each.
Well, I mean, the reason I'm thinking about that is that probably this dormer, if it was raised, you could then have this light fixture over the door.
I just think that does not visually work on this structure, having two gate kind of little.
Well, if you see the soffit height here, right?
That's where you're trying.
I'm trying to
pull
keep
off of.
everything in line. with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Which
I'm in this business.
yeah,
For 50 years.
I agree with that.
I'm trying
Actually,
to-
I think this is an improvement over what's. The way that it looks like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mike, do you wanna take the other garage?
Yeah, yeah.
was-
So I think that the one shed roof across the entire front is.
Now, if
much
they don't-
More pleasing.
Look, I'll bring it to the table. What, is that gonna make or break the deal?
What?
So.
Really?
Yeah, that-
No, I think we're telling you,
Yeah.
right?
This is what you want.
Well,
Single.
I feel
This
that
is
way.
what you guys want. Okay.
well, and I mean, if you're talking about one shed roof, are you also talking about these two dormers at the ends?
No, those would basically go away and there would
Continue
be
the
one
shed roof
roof all the way
all the way to
across.
the end.
So then where does light fixture?
They go
That's-
behind.
well, that's
You
not-
just won't see them from the street, but there's still enough room to light the doors.
And they're looking for light also
Of course. yeah.
inside the living space. That's why. You know, it's a torso. And I'm trying to keep the height to align with this side soffit.
Yeah.
And that's what I came up with.
Yeah.
If that door, if that roof comes all the way across. Again,
You should have plenty of room though above the door for 2 light fixtures. If you're starting the roof at this
Okay,
height.
well, we're talking about, the light fixture is 8 1/8 inch high.
Is that in the specification?
Yeah.
It's only 6.
Well, it's within what they have now. It's almost the same one, so I thought it was 6. It might be 8.
Are there specifications? Yes.
Well,
It says, yeah.
6 or 8.
Yeah, 6 inches wide, 8 and an 8 high. Okay.
mean, there are-
Well, the 6-inch fits in within the platform.
There are a million light fixtures out there, so I think I feel more strongly about the roof structure than I do about saying yes to this exact light fixture right now, so in my opinion, you know, if this doesn't fit and something that's a little bit, sorry, if this doesn't fit and something that's a little bit smaller needs to be proposed, I think that is not unreasonable.
Did the doors swing in or out?
Yeah.
In. So that, at least, you don't have to worry about hitting the overhang with the door swinging out.
The door that's gonna swing out would be the storm door. Which they still don't know. So there's a storm door here. It's been there for 30 years, but they might be going with the same thing, the weather door or whatever they call it. And that would swing out.
Okay. So then, if it does swing out, how much of an overhang are we talking? And are we talking about having brackets? This bracket is this and this?
Well, if the dormers are away, then there won't, well, together, it'll be that bracket.
Yes, it's good.
And what's the pitch on the,
It's gonna match the existing house. That's what the little dormers were drawn up as, to match the same pitch on the roof. Now, this roof was just replaced a year ago, and the same shingles we have left over. That's gonna match the front as well.
That's good.
But basically, everything,
Yeah.
all the trim is gonna be wrapped in aluminum, just in the vinyl siding, everything is
well, I guess the question I have is that if the pitch here matches the existing, are we talking about matching it here or here? Here.
No.
Okay. Because looking at the side elevation looks steeper than that.
this here. Looks steeper than that.
No.
That's what it's gonna be.
Here. The way it's drawn here.
This is on this side.
Again, I did this, okay, I'm not an architect.
Well,
I took sections of everything and
Your plan is
we're
for,
matching.
your plan is for this roof line to match that. roof
Correct,
line.
yeah, like I did in the front.
And, okay, the reason I'm asking the question is because, depending on how far it is, will determine how low the front, band,
Fascia.
Yeah.
would go.
I mean, it may be not possible to add an exterior storm door that swings outward then, if the,
I don't think that,
Well,
yeah.
I don't think that's gonna be a killer.
yeah, I mean,
Honestly, this is.
This is also facing this street, so it's like
That's
less,
what I'm-
less likely that you're gonna be leaving a door open with a screen door, so I mean, that.
I'm working with this right here.
Yeah, right.
What if we started here though, at that band, and then you have.
Well, that's what I'm working with.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working with that band.
I'm saying like, what if whatever that band was up, like just a little bit above, so that the shingles of the roof started.
Well, they might be up that high.
Yeah,
Can I
go
borrow
for it.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working with
Right.
What,
right now.
Okay.
what is,
And
the-
Yeah,
docket
pictures
level.
Yeah,
okay, do you know what this pitch is?
It's a 6, I believe.
6 on 12?
6 on 12, correct. Because,
It looks flatter than that.
well, I'll tell you right now, it's a 6 on 12 because there's a $20 fee. You go online and they tell you your roof pitch, so you can figure out all your shingles and everything, when I did the, roof on here. That's a 6 on 12. If you want, I can get you the documentation.
Well, it just, 6 on 12, and that'll, if you start, let's say you do, a fascia board that runs from one eave to the other, and then you start 6 on 12, the question then becomes, how far out do you,
3 feet.
is 3 feet?
Yeah,
Which is
approximately.
why this,
Which is an
which is why
inch-
this looks deeper to you, because 3 feet this is not 3 feet, so it probably is coming out past there, right? Is that
Right,
kind of
and
what-
so, well, but if it comes out 3 feet, then essentially the height is 1.5 feet. If it's 6 on 12.
Again, I'm working with the
Between here
soffit
and here.
here. I'm trying to make everything balanced. Okay, it might turn out to be 5.5, let's see.
Well,
I've
I'm just,
thousand roofs in my life, but we're gonna make it work. So we're trying to not touch as much as the front of the house as possible. We're trying to make the front of the house look like the front of the house.
I'm comfortable approving the application if we do the shed roof across.
I am also comfortable with that.
well, all right,
I think
This
the-
let's take one thing at a time. First of all, the issue of vinyl siding, we don't approve.
This was approved when the house was built by this person, whoever this person.
Whoever that guy is,
Okay.
what does he know?
Okay. So,
Is that your name? Is that your name?
this is my copy.
Can I take a look at it?
Listen,
No?
look. Here's where we are.
Okay.
We gotta do this
But what-
because
No, well, before you get your hackles up,
my hackles aren't up yet.
all right, okay. I don't, I just want to raise the issue because it is something which is in our guidelines as far as the vinyl siding.
I think that
Well-
the situation as it presents itself is an exception to
I
that.
totally, I am not
Here's what I
against
think.
vinyl siding at all, but
Vinyl
this
siding
house,
is there. We're
It's
gonna
like
take it from the
hatching.
back of the house, we're gonna fill in the front where we have to. We're keeping everything the same.
Right, and if you would let me finish what I was gonna say is that
Getting there.
the entire house
Giving you
is,
the long
Right.
way there.
and it's not just for you, it's also.
It's for the record, the
for the
public
record.
record here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the existing house, it's not historic, right? And it has, it's clad in vinyl siding, so I think continuing in vinyl siding does in fact make sense.
When was this built? 30 years ago, 35 years, 30?
drawings should be dated.
Okay.
And again, and I told my, first time I was there, I said, where's the front of the house? It's on the side of the house.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that
finally getting a chance
to
to
make
give
it,
them a front of a house.
okay, so vinyl siding collectively is, I think we are reiterating the fact that it is a 100% no, except not 100%, but the board is making an exception for this case.
This is existing vinyl siding that was built that way
Right.
and was approved that way,
Yeah.
and they're taking a section of it.
Well,
and
I still don't,
That's your signature.
well, it's my signature, but the question really is that what was that approval for?
All right, do we really wanna go?
No.
Because I'll tell you.
That's
right now,
ancient history. So, okay, so now, to me, I am neither here nor there as far as these dormers on the end. But evidently we've got two board members who are very set on it. So the question then becomes, how high does the door, the shed?
Because right now, let me interrupt.
Okay.
We can put in one of those electric stairs to bring my mother upstairs. And we can leave it like this. She's happy either way. She just wants to move her daughter in. Because she lives a few blocks away, which she comes over there all the time.
Right,
So we were looking at this as, you know what,
An improvement to
an
the structure.
improvement, right?
I personally,
And that's where we're
the
at.
pitch, the exact,
They
and
don't
I
need
may
to
be,
spend
this may
$100,000.
just be me, but the exact pitch of this overhang matching this
It's
does
not
not,
much.
that does not matter to me. If it's close, it's close. The parameters here that you're working with are the top of the garage to right here. So whatever the pitch ends up being, we know roughly what it's going to be. This is the most important piece of information in my mind, that it's starting and stopping, right? That's how I feel. They're not on the same plane. So I personally, the exact pitch doesn't matter.
But
I
the
am more,
dormers do matter.
I am more concerned, yes, I think it's more appropriate.
Yeah,
visually
because
for
you
there
don't
not
have
to be.
you have dormers on this building, but they're not.
It's a very contempt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Even
I would
the gambrel is a,
Right.
is a bit Disney vibe.
But-
You know, and everything else is very contemporary. And I think adding these details is a little bit twee for something that,
And I
you know,
get that.
yeah.
And I
So that's
offer
how,
them
yeah,
both, you wanna do it this way, that way, my mother-in-law's gonna be happy.
there you go. She's
My
more-
father-in-law, I
right?
know he's gonna be watching. At the end of the day.
Sorry.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Um, So as far as the light fixture is concerned,
well, I mean, my question is that what direction do we give them concerning this shed roof? Am I correct that what we're saying is should be a straight shed all the way
Yeah,
across?
just eliminate the dormers
That's fine.
over
Yes,
each door,
that's fine.
and then
Okay.
a straight shed roof.
And then, the shed roof, what we're talking about is 3 foot, right?
approximately
Yeah,
3 foot.
It might be 3'2", 3'4", you know.
Okay,
Within a
but
few inches.
the question really then becomes, you have
The
to take a
headroom.
look at the door.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
if you've got a screen door that swings out, then, obviously, the door is 3 foot, am I correct? 3 foot wide door?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so then when it swings out, it'll come out to here, to this edge. So this edge has to be high enough so that it doesn't interfere with the screen
Absolutely.
doors.
That's,
Um,
we're gonna make this work.
And there's like a little step and presume.
Well, what's gonna happen is because if you could see the foundation there,
yeah,
see that rose cement
Mhm.
block, that's gonna carry across because of waterproofing.
Right.
And we're gonna do the same thing on the inside of the one-car garage. It's all gonna be waterproof. So there's gonna be a 7-inch step going up to the first floor.
Okay,
Concrete step or something.
Yeah, cement block. Well, the whole curb on the interior is gonna be cement block. Correct.
all right. So then the other question and the question after that is that what holds it up?
What holds up?
Bracket,
The-
same bracket.
I know, but the brackets are shown on the dormer.
Yeah, I mean, that is not important. I just drew in a curved bracket.
here, right? You just
Yeah.
have a straight bracket.
Absolutely, absolutely. It'll be either painted or it'll be cladded in aluminum like the rest of the
Okay,
house.
but I would assume that you're gonna have to have more than one at either end.
No. Not at all.
You're not gonna need
No.
anything in between.
No. No, we're not gonna need any intermediate brackets.
Okay,
Just so I can clarify, what you're looking at here,
we're not,
on the inside of this here can be level, just like a soffit, right?
right,
Then we wouldn't need brackets. Because everything is gonna be with a piece of plywood, say every 3 or 4 feet, you have a gusset to hold everything up.
by gusset, what do you mean? Yeah,
Well, we have to, so here's our roof, right? Like that, a piece of plywood, this would be your framing. This would be your framing there, and you put a piece of plywood that is screwed to your rafters and to your plumb cut.
Oh, you're talking about, a gusset, a vertical gusset, not a, in addition to what's on top, that's gonna be plywood, but the vertical gusset.
Right.
So that is your bracket,
That is,
okay.
it'll be flat.
So you don't even need this.
No, we don't. That was
We
just
don't need
thrown
the
in
bracket?
there.
Oh, so then we get rid of the brackets.
Get it gone.
Like I said, that was just thrown in there to,
Yeah,
Okay,
I think no bracket then.
it'll be you'll have a level, what do you call it, soffit, straight across. It'll just carry right around. That's the intent.
Yeah.
That's the intent.
okay, so then the light fixture won't work, because it assumed, well, I take,
Then we'll put a can in.
yeah, a downlight. Okay, so, all right, so it's going to be
Straight across.
a shed roof all the way across?
Up here, right?
No,
No.
no, it's ending at the edge of the building.
Yeah. It's gonna start there.
But at the same.
It's gonna have like above the garage door right now.
And it's gonna come down here, it's gonna project out 3 feet. Plus minus. And, it's going to have a straight stop underneath. So. Okay,
Doors staying,
That's it.
that's what's changing there.
No, nothing's going there. This is out.
Yep.
Windows going in. It's
okay.
out,
Any gutter?
no gutter.
Okay, so just. Drip.
Good.
Okay. Do I have a motion concerning the application as we have modified?
So the light fixture is no more.
It'll be a can.
It'll be a can. The brackets are no more and a shed roof. Otherwise, we are comfortable with the vinyl siding and aluminum trim being repurposed and reused from the side of the house
Same shingles.
and the same roof.
Yeah, that roof
shingles.
is a year old. I think we're gonna.
I am comfortable with all of that, so I
You're gonna make the motion
would make a motion to approve the application as modified.
as modified. Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye,
Aye,
okay.
you have the whole list.
And I'll give you the new plan showing the new roof. Thank you.
Do we have electronic version of this?
That came in this came in piecemeal and not, at least as far as I could see,
That came in
on the
2
web,
weeks ago.
on the
Oh,
website, whatever was scanned in, it's not a whole.
All right.
Scan of.
Okay. Huh?
Are you second?
Did you second that motion?
No.
I did.
Okay, thank you.
So I guess the question, really becomes,
You don't happen to have a digital file of this, right? You just have.
No, I don't, no.
okay, does somebody have a clean copy that's not marked up?
No.
Hold on, no. That's not marked up. Oh, I do too.
Oh, I did.
Well, basically, I'm going to scan,
I can probably get it pretty clear of this and.
well, I've got a scanner I can.
Just take.
No, I'm not gonna get the whole thing, I'm just going to get this and this. That's the
Okay.
only thing I need.
You want this clean copy?
Okay, yes, you've got a clean copy, take it.
Well, good.
You're good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a happy new year. Good luck.
A lot of curly paper going on at this table right now.
So when's the village gonna invest in a large format scanner? Come on, Abby.
That wasn't your,
Oh, yeah. You can PDF scan with the phone. too.
Yeah. yeah. What's this? Your hair tie?
No,
Okay.
no,
There was hair ties around all of the papers.
Yes, I know I asked the question before, but when this property came before us
original, yeah.
originally, which was in
22, I believe it
Yeah.
was.
2022.
Yeah.
Maybe we had this answered already, but was the approval for replacement of all of these windows?
No,
Or
that
was
was
it just
the-
the second story addition?
I was addition using this window.
Okay. But so at that time of the approval, that these windows were going to stay the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not an issue of an expired permit. It's an
No,
issue of-
it's a different project, but using the same material on the house.
And these are the original wood windows,
1946.
and I can't convince you to put up some storm windows or anything on them.
The storm's already on.
Storm windows that actually work. instead of-
We're going to very closely mimic these. So we're gonna use a simulated divided light, which will give a full exterior OG wood divider, both on the interior and exterior.
Mhm.
So they're gonna look as original as possible. They're not gonna be interior grills that have that like,
They're not gonna be
they look better. Yeah, they look a lot better. Yeah.
Any of that.
No, I understand.
Oh.
But just in terms of U factor improvement, you're going from a U factor of 1 to a U factor of 0.28, just in terms of
Yeah.
energy efficiency.
You can feel the breeze through these windows
Oh, yeah.
right now, so.
The interiors will still be wood though.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there are windows to be replaced or is numbered?
Yes, we're doing just the top floor.
For now, and then the second phase will be the bottom. Well, I thought I'd get the permit, but
So they're aluminum clad wood.
Yes,
Interior.
they're,
Aluminum on the outside, wood on the inside.
Right.
Right.
yeah, these are the 400 series. So yes.
Yeah, because it doesn't say aluminum that I can see on here. Other than full screen aluminum. Just confirming that.
Well, these were what were approved originally,
yeah.
were the 400 series.
And that's what you're proposing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the exteriors are Firex. The screens are aluminum. But the exteriors are Firex, so it's not vinyl. It's a fiberglass composite.
Fiberglass composite.
Yes.
And then we can amend the, probably have to show that.
It's a little different because this is obviously the primary facade of the house versus an addition of the rear.
Yes. But we're gonna be removing the exterior casings and replacing those as well. But we're gonna mimic the traditional casing, with the, 5/4 x 4 trim boards. And then the same thing at the bottom with a traditional stool that you can see. But these are all currently clad in aluminum. So we're gonna, we're
dormers?
removing the aluminum cladding and then doing, we're gonna use PVC for the trim boards.
These are.
This is aluminum. There's the,
Storm.
yes, it's an aluminum
It's
store,
wood
but then yes, and the wood windows. But then this casing around the window is currently wrapped, clad in aluminum.
I
It's
see.
aluminum wrap.
But wood clappered.
Yes,
So you'll take the aluminum away.
we're gonna be
and
taking the
use
aluminum
wood.
and then, I can, if you prefer, but I usually use PVC just because it looks better for life. And reduces the amount of,
What's the siding?
it's aluminum siding currently.
But
No,
under
wood.
it's presumably wood.
Yeah, there's probably, there's, I don't know what underneath the siding is currently.
You're saying this siding of the dormers is aluminum or wood?
That's aluminum siding.
It's all aluminum.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So that the.
So
the
there's
window
currently no wood
in front of
exposed.
the window is also
It's
aluminum. It's
aluminum.
encased,
Yeah, and
the
the
wood is
siding.
encased in aluminum
Yes.
trim.
So it's the original, whatever it was, 1940s or earlier than that.
1946.
Yeah, 1940s, trim boards. And then a lot of times when they do siding, they cap all that in aluminum anyway. And then that weathers and
Yeah.
bleaches over time, and then eventually you see the aluminum through it and it looks terrible.
Well, the issue that we wind up dealing with is that if you change the casings to something which is not aluminum, then the difference between that and the siding becomes very obvious, visually very obvious.
Well, right now that aluminum has all deteriorated, so if I cap that in brand new bright white aluminum, it's gonna look different as well.
And you're not planning to replace any of the siding? The white aluminum?
No,
siding
I'm
on the dormers?
windows only.
Just.
I'm just windows and doors, yes.
Well, I guess the question I would then have is that, is there any reason why the windows can't be replaced, but the casings left alone?
In order to do new construction, that casing has to come off. And then in order to take that casing off, that aluminum would have to come off anyway. Because you can't gently remove aluminum, it would have to be replaced. And then, like I said, I like PVC as a product just because it weathers a lot nicer than aluminum does. But if you guys tell me you want new wood capped in aluminum, I can absolutely do that.
Well, okay, and let me just clarify, because the narrative says 14 original windows. But what you're telling me is right now it's just the second floor.
Yes.
Yeah,
But they want the C of A for all of the
Yes.
windows.
yeah, we're just breaking into.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a phase one, phase two.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
Okay, but phase two, which is the first floor, in fact, these windows are different than these, and these windows are different than the ones in the back. These ones in the back don't have any case.
Well, they are, so I need to cut the aluminum siding back to show those casings again, because then when they re-sided, they jumped over the casings, and that looks terrible.
You wanna add casings around
So you
it.
wanna.
Yes, so I'm gonna be removing the vinyl siding to the width of my casing. I'll have to install a new aluminum J channel, just to give it a J channel. But then I will have now exposed casings to make it look more traditional. Because it always drives me crazy when they jump over casings.
Yeah.
It takes away from the look of the house.
our overall aim is just to match the existing style, but
Okay.
my kid's bedroom get pretty cold right now, so I'm trying to tape them with them.
Yeah, if anything, I'm gonna be restoring this to
Yeah.
a more traditional look.
Well, this is the original. That's what the original looks like.
Yeah, so there's,
It doesn't look like, that's not the original.
yes,
This
because
would
this
be
is
your
the
model.
original.
If you were restoring, like, this is what you would be after. But
Yes,
this you would
but
do-
this is just not, they didn't cap these in aluminum because they didn't do the siding around it.
Right, because it's stone
Yes.
and then wood.
But this is all just 5/4 flat boards. which is the casing that went around it. It's harder to see. It's not like a traditional brick mold. Because these are all weight pockets, so they use 5/4 by 4.5 usually to cover the weight pocket from the exterior.
You're talking about the windows on the first floor?
Yes, yes. The reason they look different is because they're not clad in aluminum.
They're wood.
Yes.
The surrounds. You're talking about
Your exterior casing.
exterior facing.
And, what are you going to replace that with?
He's asking for PVC,
Yes.
but he's saying that he will do an aluminum clad wood
If you
if we prefer, and we haven't asked for wood. But we could.
I will say aluminum doesn't stand up to the test of time. And it also doesn't look as clean when finished.
I think there are composites out there that serve
Yes,
better.
yes.
Than
Like I
either
use-
of those options.
I like AZAC. AZAC is a very good material for this application. Because it doesn't shrink, it doesn't twist or turn over time. And then since we can use a hidden fastener system with it, you won't see screw holes or anything like that. It'll mimic the look of an aluminum clad, just give it more durability.
I think that we don't want the look of an aluminum clad,
Yes.
basically, is what we're saying.
Yes, I
We
would.
know that's what's here, but we see this lovely.
Yeah, so it'll
This.
mimic downstairs more because it's a true board that's on the window. As opposed to, like I said, something clad in aluminum.
Okay. I have a problem with PVC. I mean, I have, very rarely seen any PVC installation that looks decent.
I have pictures of mine that, because there's little details you can do, like I'm gonna be putting, what do they call it? They call it a historical PVC sill on it, so it'll match the original sill. So it'll actually have a new exterior little bump out underneath the window to mimic the original window more.
We're talking about a sill.
Yep. It's a piece you just you add on, because the original sill is gonna be removed completely because we're doing new construction. And we're doing new construction for a few reasons, just for better insulation and to fully remove lead-based paint.
Yeah, I mean, as far as replacements go, new construction is better.
Yep, I can guarantee a much better insulated pocket with new construction than with pocket
It's
replacement.
funny that on this side, they left the wooden drip edges here.
So no, that's an old awning.
Okay.
They used to have the little aluminum awnings over them.
Yeah, but usually that's the width of the casing.
Yep. Well, that one,
I mean, if you take a look at the front, that's what.
Yeah.
That's what the little still at the top is, but then 10 and 11 doesn't have that.
Yep, because they jumped the siding over it.
I know, but they didn't jump the siding over it on the bottom.
On, which number are you looking at 12?
The two bottom windows, you can see that the little rain cap at the top.
The drip edge.
Oh, yeah, they didn't put the awnings on the above windows. They just put those, you can see the two brackets left and right of the window. Those were those old slatted small roof awnings that they used to put on windows.
Yeah, little rain caps.
Yep.
To the kitchen this way.
Those always look rough over the years as well.
Okay, let's start with the first thing, the windows. Anybody have any issues with the windows?
Well, I'm just trying to understand a little bit more what the exterior is. Here I'm on the Anderson site.
And also to understand that you will remove this completely. So that the window is essentially going to have the same, light dimensions, like.
Yes, yes, my window sizes have not
You're
changed.
not shrinking the window openings,
Nope.
you're removing this existing completely.
Yes,
Putting-
yes.
Well, except, what you said is you're removing the sill.
Yes, so, but my window, my glass height is the same. And I'm gonna be putting a sill under the new window to mimic a traditional sill.
Okay, what's the new sill to be made of?
You wanted it a PVC.
They make a sill mimicry, out of PVC now. That has the same drip profile and everything, the angles and everything of a traditional wood sill. And I'm just gonna be mimicking that.
What's the siding on the back?
It's all aluminum.
all aluminum?
Yep. The aluminum platform.
All right, so, let's get back to the windows. Does anybody have any comment concerning, the windows themselves? I would assume that these are all the different windows. in
Yes.
configuration.
Yep.
Fibrex is, it's a composite, made up of reclaimed wood fiber and thermoplastic polymer fused together. It is an Anderson product. It is paintable. You're not proposing painting it? It's coming in white.
It's coming in white.
But it is a paintable composite. Okay.
So any comments concerning the window?
I mean, in general, we never like replacing original windows.
And
So-
there are studies that do show that if you have a wood storm window with an original window, it has like really close to the same values as a new window. And you can fix these windows and you have to full scale replace the new windows, just saying.
Well, you can replace sections on an Anderson product.
But you have to replace the entire sash, right? You can't just
No,
replace some Linton or something.
Well, yes,
In
yes.
general-
But
In general,
Once they're
you have the
replaced,
factory
it's a-
replacement versus a carpentry replacement.
Yeah, but they all tilt in and pop out. So it is possible to replace sections. And then Anderson has a warranty as well.
So where did we land on the trim and the sill then?
Well, we didn't
We
get
haven't
to
gotten
there.
there
We're
yet.
still talking about the windows.
Yeah, the only reason I went with the other reason I went with the 400 is because that was originally approved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Different use, different part of the house, but yes, yeah.
All right, am I correct that the window is in fact a wood window and that Fibrex is just the covering, the exterior covering?
There is, the Fibrex is an extrusion on the exterior. The interior of that, beyond the Fibrex, is all wood. So
It's really two separate materials sort of melded
Yes.
together. It's
Yes.
not capped the way that.
Yeah,
you
so-
know, an aluminum it's not clad in
Yeah.
Fibrex,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes,
Okay. So it is solid.
they don't wanna-
Solid material, the exterior, this composite material.
they had issues in the 90s, Anderson, with the original narrow lines when they did a vinyl coating on the exterior of the window, and they would.
Well, the wood is garbage. We
Yeah,
all
because
know that.
they rotted.
Wood
I
windows
replace
these
those
days
constantly,
are.
they're always rotten. The sills are always rotten, the exterior stop is always rotten. So they moved away from that.
All right, Kim, do you have any opinions one way or another on the window? We're just talking about the window right now.
I think replacing original windows with a replacement window, it's not going to look the same, especially this number 5. And if the concern is drafty windows, are there things that can be done to remedy that other than replacing windows?
Well, the other reason for this is, small children in the house. And the original wood windows, all tested positive for lead. And anytime you open a window, it can create lead dust. And for children's safety in mind, replacing those would be important. And full frame removals is one of the reasons we chose to do that.
I mean, our standards, we will approve an aluminum clad wood window, correct? We will, I don't think our standards, I can't get them up on our phone, but I don't think that the standards call for a composite clad wood window, correct? It's just aluminum.
I mean,
clad
we
wood
we
window?
have approved composite materials for use on exterior surfaces, whether they are specifically called
Can
out,
anybody pull up the windows right now? 'Cause my-
specifically called out in terms
Well,
of
I
windows.
remember what we talked about and because there was a discussion concerning vinyl clad as opposed to aluminum clad and typically the windows are what was previously mentioned, it was wood with a cladding. This is different, this is something new.
I feel more comfortable personally with a composite material like this, a solid composite that is a paintable material, than an aluminum clad, which is kind of destined for failure in a different way. And aluminum is not paintable. So you're not, it is a more of a sheen kind of smooth finish that is more, in my opinion, noticeable than a composite material.
So I just want to know if
Yeah.
it's actually something we can say yes to. The other thing is, the configuration of this middle bay window.
Mhm.
Are you proposing to have 6/6 instead of?
No, no,
1/4
I
by
would-
10/10?
I would
Would be 10
match,
over 10.
yeah, I would match the existing.
The 10 by 5 by 10, whatever
Yeah.
5 by 4, what was it?
We would call that as 3V or 4V 3H as the vertical styles.
Okay.
So 4 vertical and 3 horizontal.
Or 5 horizontal, 4 vertical, wait,
So
Four.
1, 2, 3 horizontal styles and then 1, 2, 3, 4 vertical. Just the individual bars.
so you would,
But that would mimic that
oh,
exactly.
the bar, you're talking
Yes,
about the bar,
yeah, yeah,
not the
yes.
glazing. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay, so that would be the same. So I think as long as we have, we can't convince them to leave the windows. So we're gonna, we will just have to check to see if we can approve a composite plywood window.
Well, I think that this is a new product that we've never dealt with before. And
And it's
You know-
made of like wood fiber, right?
well, yeah, I mean, basically it's a composite material, which we're seeing more and more of as far as in lieu of exterior wood. Because exterior wood tends to not do as well.
Especially today's pine.
I guess my concern is that I don't have a problem with the window. I do have questions concerning the installation of everything else because I again I just am very suspicious of PVC as a product. If we have a composite which is already pre-painted, then it can be painted again in the future.
It's not pre-painted, it is a white material, correct, but it is paintable.
Yeah, PVC is also paintable with proper prep. You have to sand it and then it can paint.
You want me to read the
Uh,
windows section? Windows shall be wood divided light or simulated divided light. Metal frame windows are permitted only if there is evidence of their historic use. Windows shall include an exterior sill or apron. No picture frame casing is allowed. Aluminum clad wood windows are permitted only in a finish historically consistent with the building. Units must be constructed in a manner in keeping with historic wood windows. Windows constructed of or clad in a synthetic or composite material or proprietary compounds may be permitted only with a material sample approved by the HDRB. Such samples are approved on a case-by-case basis. The presence of existing units elsewhere in the district does not constitute continued approval by the board, as suitability and appropriateness to the district may change as aging and weathering of new materials is observed. Approval of a synthetic or composite window material does not automatically constitute approval of matching trim or casing. Applications must include manufacturer cut sheet. Custom windows should be accompanied by a detailed shop drawing. Double hung units with simple light patterns using vertical, rectangles or squares are recommended. The proportion of any window should match historic precedent as closely as possible. New construction obviously is preferred. So that is it.
All right. So.
Yeah.
I guess the question really is that, it sounds like we can approve synthetic material. I guess my question though is that, it sounds like, and I can understand why we would have it, some more information as far as the installation process. You're talking about essentially replacing the framing in its entirety.
Yes, so the full original frame, buck frame, sill, all will need to be removed. And then the new window will be installed into that existing box opening. We do a weak dam at the bottom, with, flashing tape, just in case ever water ever gets behind the window, it can only go out. There is caulking behind the nailing pins, and then there's going to be a flashing tape applied to the nailing pin to the existing sheathing to just give us a full exterior seal. And then casing is applied after that. And then if anything gets ugly in removal, a la the aluminum J channel that's currently existing, we would just have to replace that with a new aluminum J. Because this isn't the most delicate process for moving these a lot of times.
Right. All right. I guess the question is that we'd like to see that in a detail. And in the past, when we've had full window replacement, typically there's a section through the window which shows new framing, that we don't have that yet. But that takes us to the casings and the other parts of the windows that we see. I think, what are we willing to accept as far as let's talk about 1, 2, 3, because those are probably the most prominent ones that we see where we have the casings. Obviously, we're willing to give up aluminum clad casings.
I can replace with pine and then aluminum clad if that's what you guys want to land on.
Well,
I think we want aluminum cladding.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
you're
I
happy
also
with going. I mean, the ideal move, if you're doing this, is to remove all of the aluminum cladding
Yes.
and then match the historic windows around
What's underneath.
and, or model on this. And then do that.
Yeah.
That would be what I would be most comfortable approving. I don't know. But if you're not removing aluminum cladding, then you are running into all kinds of trouble and we need more details. Because then, this width for this casing is not the same as this.
Yes, because
So not the
they,
same style, so.
typically when they, clad in aluminum,
Yeah.
they jump over the interior or the exterior side.
Exactly, so when you take that off, you're gonna have,
It will now be smaller.
it'll be smaller, and then
Yes.
how does the aluminum cladding meet the new wood?
So
casing?
It needs to cover that seam.
Right, so it's not gonna look like that, it'll just
Yeah.
look like that again,
I would,
Right.
so.
what I was proposing is obviously removing that, the exterior aluminum cladding off, removing the then exterior casing, and then when my window fits into that, just install a new casing of whatever you approve that will be the exact same width as the casing that, or the casings that were below it.
But what if the aluminum siding doesn't reach
It will.
that?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
with, depending on the material you choose, I can make that fit. And then at worst, if I have to, like I said, no, it will. If I have to build out the back of the casing so that it touches or something like that, or if I just have to build a wider aluminum J to cover whatever gap there may be. Because a lot of, like I said, in pulling these out, there's a very high probability of the aluminum J getting damaged. Because like, again, it's not gonna be a very gentle process. And then on the side windows, I'm gonna have to be putting new aluminum J around it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be doing cutbacks on the, aluminum clapboard.
So the facing is added there.
Okay,
And all-
so basically the casings and, I guess the other question is that, for example, the sill, is that gonna be also wood clad in aluminum or?
Well, we're trying to steer away from.
Yeah, we're
that.
saying either wood or
Some composite.
a composite that we
Material.
possibly approved before. To match the
Well,
original.
okay, I would think that we would want the sill and the casings to be the same material.
Yeah.
Yes. That's one of the reasons I preferred PVC, just because the PVC manufacturers make numerous sill profiles. That will be it'll be a color match because they're the same manufacturer.
Okay, I guess, what it sounds like we're settling on because of the aluminum siding, the aluminum siding of the dormers and the back facade is essentially wood with aluminum cladding. Am I correct?
Wait, what? Can you say it again?
Because of the new window has to be set into this aluminum siding. So we're looking for a siding that is rather the fascias, not the fascias,
The window surround?
the window casings
Uh-huh.
and the sills should be aluminum. And, the question after that becomes, do we go with Arctics underneath or do we go with wood? Do you have any preference one way or another? If we in fact, insist that everything be clad in aluminum,
If it's gonna be clad in aluminum, it would just be pine boards, which is
Okay.
what are existing now. Are just pine, 5/4, around the windows now. So if I have to replace it with that, I can. I don't prefer to do that because I like things that last a little longer than pine. Because all it takes is
Yeah, one.
excess
leak.
moisture
I
and
don't
then,
think that is the right solution.
Under aluminum. If it's being clad, does it?
so PVC won't really hold a nail over time. I don't trust it to hold, because pine will absolutely hold a nail over time. And there's not many composite, like you could do a hardy board, but hardy board absolutely can't hold a nail, especially if you're gonna be trimming over it. with a cladding. And then I can't use anything pressure treated, because you can't wrap pressure treated with aluminum, because the chemicals in the pressure treating process, cause aluminum to oxidize and kind of.
I mean, ideally to me, it is either, and I'm sort of saying two different things right now, forgive me, but it is either matching the siding or it's matching the window. Anderson obviously has a proprietary material that they don't make trim for, which would be great if they did, but it would be matching that look and feel of the exterior of the window, as closely as possible. That would be my preference. I don't know what that is. We don't have a sample of, if we had a sample of the window, that would be helpful, the exterior.
I have my Anderson book here, which will have probably a more detailed cutaway of it.
I don't know what the answer.
I mean, my feeling is that, realistically, we're not going to see what is under the, aluminum cladding. That, if aluminum cladding, as far as construction goes, will hold nails better than, Ardex or,
Well, it's what's under the aluminum. That's the problem.
I know, well, that's what I'm talking about. We just heard that the wood would hold nails, whereas
but-
the other materials would not.
I think we're just kind of suggesting a not a long-term solution, because we all know the quality of, pine boards, and it's not gonna hold up on
You
the
do also,
exterior.
you'll lose a little, if I were to clad the sill in aluminum, you're gonna lose a little detail. Because a traditional sill has a slope to it, a rounded face, a nose. That would just be
Little bit of
square.
canopy.
It has a little detail to it, whereas an aluminum cladding over it is just gonna be square. And it'll look a little more like they do now, which I never like the look of.
Well, I guess the question I have is that, the aluminum cladding is going to last at least as long as the aluminum siding. Am I correct?
In my mind, the problem is not the aluminum, it's what's underneath it. And that, the quality of pine board now versus 40 or 50
Right.
years ago is completely different.
Yeah,
So you're
pine's
just
fun.
inviting that wood to rot underneath it, and then what are we doing at that
All right,
point?
are you talking about, the wood clapboards under the, aluminum siding?
No, I'm talking about the new wood that would be used to trim out the window and then be capped in aluminum.
I know, well, and we're
What-
talking about some long-term solution, but I guess my question is that, how much longer before the siding is going to have to be replaced, and the siding here? The stone, I think we're probably fine, but I mean, ultimately, is the,
The wood that's underneath all that now is probably original to the house or thereabouts, right?
Okay.
So it's old, it's probably old growth or old enough growth wood that it is in good condition, so it's like,
It may not.
or
be.
decent decent, I don't know, we don't know,
So
sure.
a lot of old homes, when you wrap the sills, especially the sills in aluminum, old wood lasts forever because it dries.
Right, if you're trapping the moisture in there.
When you trap moisture in there, it tends to rot, unfortunately.
Yeah, I
So
didn't,
that's
yeah,
something I do very often. I have to replace a lot of sills because.
a lot longer
rot.
lasting than whatever wood that is gonna be.
I know, but the question is, we're talking about, well, we want to set up a long-term solution for these windows or the casings and so on. But I guess, are we creating a long-term solution for the windows, in a facade that is tenuous?
I think you're not gonna be the final owner of this house, right? So the next person who comes, if they wanna restore the house and they take off the aluminum siding because they wanna restore the wood cladding, what do they find under that? They find a replacement window that doesn't match the original casing, so then they have to replace the whole thing again. We're trying to be good stewards of
Yeah.
this house,
No, I understand.
right? So it's hard to match a window to work with this existing non-historic aluminum siding, I think is what we're all saying, right? So we're trying to figure out a solution that is the best for the house, long term,
Mhm.
far beyond
Yeah.
all of us. And this is a really tricky situation because you don't want to take the cladding off. But you want to
Yeah, I
replace the
don't think
window
that-
and you want to redo the siding.
Yeah.
But the current casing that is the aluminum casing doesn't match the original casing, so it's just a really tricky.
And also what comes off is not gonna be able to go back on.
Yeah, so we're just.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Like you're,
You would
I
have
would-
to,
yeah.
I would, because in removing the frame, the sill's gonna go no matter
Yeah,
what.
it's good, it's, so it has to be,
And
it
then
has to be replaced.
I would have to either rip down, lead-based paint, and that's something I
Yeah.
absolutely don't wanna do.
Yeah.
I don't want table saws and lead-based paint, don't mix.
Okay. Let's go back to the windows. Do we want to at least agree on what the window should be? I mean, realistically,
I mean, I'm open to it. It's not something that I love, obviously, but I'm open to it. I think if we had a sample of the material here, that would probably be.
Dimensions
well, but
should
like of
be,
the existing, so we understand how close the dimensions are. If we can, but
Mostly to me.
I have a
material.
material at home, I didn't bring my measure sheet here, but
A material sample of the exterior, material.
the casing or
We're on Windows now, so the Fibrex, that
Okay.
400 series Anderson, I think a material sample.
I should be able.
I have a feeling would probably get us there.
Yeah,
It's shooting kind of blind, and again, like, yes, approved 3 years ago, but
for new.
you two weren't here, but also for a completely different, new construction, not nearly as prominent from the street, et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera. So it's a very different kind of process to work through. I think that would help. I know that would help.
Can I get you, I can either get you a demo window or a cutaway, which do you prefer?
Probably, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Alright, I should be able to snag one from my supplier, but at worst is a demo window, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever's easier for, I would
Yeah,
imagine, yeah. So that's my 2 cents on the window portion.
But then the window surrounds, it's.
The casing, I don't
Yeah.
quite,
Mhm.
I mean, is there another composite material that you can suggest that's not PVC
that
plastic,
more
that more matches what the exterior of the window is going to be, that is structurally sound, doesn't need to be capped? I mean, I don't know what,
There's
like the
floral,
right, the fly ash, like that kind of, do they make a product?
I can try to source that, I can look into it, I'm not 100%, because at the end of the day, the advantage of a PVC product is that if I have to change a width, I can. With a boral, if I cut an edge, there's
It's
gonna be
not colored through.
it's not colored through, and then I don't know how well those seal with the elements. 'Cause
Meaning if it's cut through, you mean?
yes, like a hardy board, if you have a raw unfinished edge, it'll swell over time. That's one of the reasons hardy board is not a product I like. But I can try, if I can just follow, is it because PVC isn't a natural product? What's our reason?
We, in our guidelines, we don't approve plastic products.
Plastic products, got it.
We don't approve
Okay.
vinyl, we don't approve vinyl fencing, we don't approve any kind of plastic.
Got it, okay,
So
all right,
we're looking for a more natural
and
material.
this is from the configuration or the construction of original PVC windows was terrible.
Yep,
It was
everything's
just-
come like, yeah, like, I'm sure light years from what it used to be.
Okay,
but
well-
still not what we want.
Yeah, I completely understand not wanting vinyl windows. They always look cheap and they don't look great. They perform better, but they don't look good. I understand that. Okay, so if you say no PVC, I'm sure I can find another composite material if composite is allowed. There's just, outside of wood, there's not really a natural material that I can.
I think the composite, we're willing to accept the Fibrex I
Yeah.
should say we want to see the sample first, but more of even the fly ash, kind of composite stuff.
I will need to make sure that I
Yeah,
can
that's
get,
the boral, right? Isn't that from?
Yeah,
isn't that
boral
like
is fly
the
ash.
Fly ash composite.
I'll just need to make sure that I can source a sill material from that. Because that's kind of paramount to me, because that's
Yeah.
gonna keep it as traditional as possible.
Right.
But I can start calling around tomorrow to see what I can and cannot source.
Okay, can we, now that you know our concern?
Yep.
Can you, go back and prepare what we're looking for? I mean, because I would like to see, some details as far as your reconstruction. I mean, you've got, you're talking about essentially ripping out the existing windows down to the stud framing,
Yep.
right? And so I would like to see what, at least with this window series, what would be going back, and, a detail sheet. I've seen plenty of, these, they send you, sections through the window installation.
It's so
Pulled from probably their website, like a PDF that's showing the cut section,
Right.
the details.
of a cut section of the installation or the window itself.
Well, the window as it's being set into the existing conditions.
Okay. I definitely have pictures of previous projects. But I'm sure that Anderson has
I would think.
some kind of detailed
Their
installation.
website
Yeah.
probably has that.
Yeah.
Photos from other
Yep.
projects that you've done would probably be helpful too.
Okay,
You've
yeah.
got like sort of the stages and stuff.
Yep.
Of the installation.
Yep, so I follow all of Anderson's, the manufacturers
Yeah.
that, suggested for install. I go a little above and beyond, again, with that flash sill and things like that. I use a 6-inch pine clapboard that gives me a 5-degree weep to the sill. That goes at the bottom of the sill, and then I flashing tape over that. That it basically ensures that if any moisture ever gets in and around the window, it only goes out. That's not something they suggest. They don't suggest caulking behind the nailing pins. I always do that, just as a standard. Keeps any little bugs or critters. I also like, after I tape that gives me 3 redundant seals between inside and outside. We'll be doing spray foam insulation around the window for an interior seal and insulation. And then if there's any other pockets that the window doesn't touch, it's always rock wool. For if I have to insulate something.
Okay.
So insulation and install wise, like I said, I go above and beyond.
Overkill.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if I love my customers, but if they never call me again,
Yeah, that's good.
I did my job well.
Okay, so, we'll put you on the agenda for the January meeting.
Okay.
All right, and if you could, gather up, all of the material that we're looking for, and,
All right.
and if you have, some samples.
Yep, I'll bring a window sample.
Okay,
So I'll bring a window sample and then I'll find hopefully at least 2 composite materials that, can be worked with.
Right, as far as
Um,
the casings and the sills.
Yep. The sill is the only thing that might be a real hard thing to find.
But we've got confidence in you
Yeah.
that you'll do that.
At worst, if I have to on-site manufacture a sill, I can do that.
Okay.
Depending on whether the material is something I can run through a table saw or not.
Okay,
Okay.
next meeting.
Okay, do we have a date for that yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow, ooh,
It's the
January,
third Tuesday, probably.
so it's 19th,
Sorry, 20th.
January 20th, January 20th.
Oh, yeah.
If you, I believe Abigail has my email. If you guys need to contact me for any reason, please do.
Okay.
Or if you,
Right, alright.
actually, or even better, if anybody ever needs to.
Have windows.
Thank
Any,
you.
well, that as well, but if you have any questions or anything, beyond tonight, please
Right.
feel free to give me a call, because,
Cool.
you know, if I can make your job easier, you'll be making mine.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, debrief legal training.
Legal training was, very good and
It
helpful.
was so good.
Yeah.
It was so helpful. It answers so many questions, and now I have like a gazillion more. But, yeah, that was the best thing that,
Did you get the email? Cause he emailed the answers as well.
I did get.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
um,
I was having a conversation with Kathleen the other day, and she actually said we can do this every year.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, we
that's a great
should.
thing.
I mean,
We should.
Yeah.
It's so helpful.
it just, understanding the legal procedures, because, we are governed by state law.
And understanding that if we have a question, we should email him,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And that's just what we
Right.
should be doing a lot. So
Yeah.
that's really,
Well, except.
or not a lot, but.
Not a lot.
Right, not too much, but we
Well,
can,
the
where I feel
thing
like we
is
just sort of run
the
it wrong
thing-
here.
the
and
thing that you-
including when
The
we-
thing that you have to keep in mind is that, he gets paid for time he spends on this. And basically, I don't know how much of a budget do we have for legal advice? Or let me ask.
Well, I'm continuously surprised at how much funding is available. Like when I asked for the printing, Kathleen was like, "Oh," I was like, can we have one copy
Oh,
for all
yeah.
of us? And she
Do we
was
have
like,
that yet?
5? And I was like, yeah, like, I feel like we can maybe do a little more than,
Okay,
We're gonna-
you're talking about
we're
the,
just allocating funds.
Design guidelines.
We don't know they were supposed to be here, but they're not here, so I will follow
Well,
up on that.
I mean, the thing that you have to keep in mind is that typically what he does is he works off of, what is it called? The fund that you, escrow account.
Mhm.
We don't have that. So, but the thing is that, I think that the village would be willing to cover if we have periodic question. So that's why you just,
And we
you have to be
could-
careful.
Well, I just think like, for example, a project like One Depot Square, like if I knew that we could have at least contacted a lawyer in the very beginning, like that would have made me feel like way more comfortable about it.
Okay.
And apparently all the other boards do that quite a bit, so.
Well, that's because they have escrow accounts. We don't.
Oh.
Typically, isn't the lawyer paid out of escrow accounts?
I think you guys do have.
We have an escrow, we've been through that, okay, I'm like, am I insane? No, we have an
No,
escrow
no.
account, that's like when anybody pays a fee, it goes into the escrow.
Like for, public hearings. That
Yeah.
will come out of their escrow.
All right, so that is an escrow account that we can tap into?
for the.
Yes, but there has to be an applicant that contributes to that. So I'm sorry, can you rephrase the question so I understand?
If we're sure that, if we are sure that an application is going to be going to a public hearing, as we were sure of from day one of One
Yeah.
Depot Square, we could have said, we could have requested funds from the applicant to go into the escrow account.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay,
this I didn't know until we met with the lawyer, so
okay, but
good information.
I guess the reason I hesitate is that we've had some previous applications where the amount of money that we hit the applicant up for was quite a lot. And it had, and, and it's something I don't especially want to get into, but the escrow account that Abby's talking about is only comes up with an application that goes to a public hearing.
Right.
So I just want to be formal. This is chapter 57, part or section 11. I'm not quite sure. Certificate of appropriateness under initial deposit. It's an escrow of $1,000. When it's depleted to 500, it's redeposited to the $1,000 level. And if there's, I guess, a certificate of financial hardship, which I'm not quite sure if that has to do with this.
What chapter?
57, I believe. Reimbursement of
We're working with the
consultant
developer.
expenses.
Okay,
They're filing
because
all the moves.
that isn't in chapter
Lawyer.
64 is the HDR.
And collect that
So
fee
this one.
Like from there.
from the beginning.
So it doesn't come as a surprise later, but I
Yeah.
know that's where we're at
All of
now.
our-
So
So it's not specific.
Yeah, but the application fee,
Which would be zoning and planning.
Sorry, I see.
still,
Didn't even know
we
that
can't
you
really
had
keep track. We've talked about reading it, we never have.
That was a long time.
And, but that dollar amount is
But
going
it-
in the escrow
That's
account?
supposed to be collected up front.
I know,
The public hearing fees
and
are
so,
greater.
for a certificate of appropriateness.
Like there's just
There's a
standard
running
application.
balance in this escrow,
Escrow.
Anything,
I
so
should
if there
email
needs to
it.
be.
because
A consultation.
that answers
the
your
attorney
question about,
One
Yeah.
Depot, this is sensitive,
You
it'll
know,
be taken directly out of there.
like, if there's $1,000
And it
in
can
there at
be,
any given.
if they're
point.
notified.
Right, exactly, so it's like, yeah,
All right,
Which-
chapter
yeah.
57.
Sir,
Okay, chapter 57 says that we can get an escrow account of up to $1,000 for certificate of appropriateness, right?
mhm.
That's what he said at the meeting.
I know, well, I didn't, because that, our chapter is 64, I didn't even know about 57, which is the,
is that a separate escrow account for every potential application? It is, it's a new account that's set up.
yeah,
Oh.
and when we're finished, the balance goes back to the applicant.
The applicant, and
So I know the codes, to answer your question, I know the codes for the accounts are organized by board,
Right,
but I'm not quite sure. Could you clarify?
no, that kind of answers, I guess, my point, because Lauren brought up the application fees, is that is deposited into an HDRB.
General fund, that's where that goes in the general fund, and then escrows go in a different fund.
That goes in the village general fund.
The HRV fees go in the village general fund.
And the
Okay.
escrows are just put in an account that's held and they draw down.
So, I mean, occasional questions to the attorney from our board,
From your board related to that application come out of that account.
but if it's just general, I mean, because this is like, right, if we had a question about a general kind of question that is triggered by a certain applicant, we can't charge that applicant. So it would just be paid from the village general fund.
That is a good question. I'd have to ask our treasurer, but I want to say that there should be some sort of budget set aside for something like that.
Right.
So I can
If
ask.
if our application fees are not being dedicated
Right.
for our use in which feels like they should, but,
I can get
I-
those
I-
details.
when we prepare the budget, I don't recall ever seeing anything where we set aside some money for, out of our general funds. I mean, the fact that we can ask for an escrow account under this chapter 57 is something which I was unaware of.
but that's tied to, each individual applicant.
Well, and any escrow account is tied to each individual applicant.
But we're kind of more talking about if we have general questions that
Right,
come up and we
then
want
that-
clarity.
That comes out of the general
General
fund.
fund.
Right. Like you send the lawyer the C of A and the notices, like the language that you use to get his feedback on them, that'll come out of the general fund.
Yeah,
But
Which-
for
which I-
example,
we haven't gotten anything. Have you
we
got?
have not had a response about that yet, so I just follow up, but for example, if there's a project for, like One Depot is a perfect candidate for very upfront saying, okay, this is definitely gonna go to a public hearing, and we're gonna have the lawyer sit on like every other board meeting that we have, and so that's what this is gonna cost, and that's part of your application fee that's going into the escrow. And if he comes less, you get the money back, but if he doesn't, this is just part of it, because that's a huge project. It's not like a homeowner is replacing their windows.
Yeah.
Like, this is a money generating project that costs a lot,
Yeah,
I think
I
it
mean,
seems like a good idea.
Yeah, it's too late now for that,
But it-
obviously,
but
but
it
yes,
was-
I agree, yeah.
well, it's not necessarily too late, depending on what is the status of One Depot Square.
They mentioned that they would get back to me after the holidays.
About
looking for
another workshop, right? That was canceled.
Yeah, because that we were in that, yeah. They're hoping to get something from Santa.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, chapter 57, everybody should take a look at that just so that they understand what it is that we, get.
So moving forward, we can can we assume that the board collectively or individually, if there is a pertinent question, that we can ask the attorney and he will be paid from the village general fund, or do we need to clarify that with somebody?
Well, if the question has to do with a specific
If it's
project,
not to do with a specific project. It is a general question that has been triggered by, oh, well, we have had 2 recent applicants that yada, yada, yada. We should really have more clarity on how to handle that.
Out of the village fund.
Yeah.
This is part of their government.
Yeah,
right,
so I think
Volunteering.
that's how we operate.
right,
Alright.
and we have to, have we done, yeah, have we done our budget for this next year?
I don't believe so.
Okay,
When is that due usually?
no, it was, we finished it, right? In other words, the budget for next year is already set.
That's a good question.
All right, can you check on that and let us
Wait,
know?
Does the HDRB submit our own budget, or?
Yes,
So we are supposed to be submitting a budget every year?
yeah, we do.
Al
Okay,
is-
you do.
Al is too.
Well, and I have done some of them in the past, usually when they come up, I wind up doing it.
Okay, but it's usually done in like November or something?
They probably don't operate
Well,
the calendar.
well, it depends on what the calendar is concerning the, is it or rather a calendar or is a fiscal calendar?
Fiscal,
Yeah,
fiscal.
So then it's some other time.
yeah.
All right, budget. Okay, moving on. Non-compliant properties update. Update from artificial intelligence regarding a letter to.
Well, in the last monthly report that we sent to the village, we said that we were going to send 70 Main Street a letter with photographic evidence saying that, no, we think they did install those windows
Okay,
and that they need to do something about that.
all right.
That's what we said that
I
we would
didn't
do.
realize that was something which I had to take care of. Now, you sent the pictures of it, so then somewhere in my computer we
You
have,
want me to read?
please do that because I know I'm gonna have a hard time finding that.
And then I think after that is done, then I'm gonna send a letter to the board, because we're kind of like building our case with the monthly report. Then I'm gonna send a letter to them And see, and we are sending I'm drafting a letter that we are gonna edit together and send to both the building department and the village requesting some sort of formal timeline to deal with the violation.
All of
Okay.
the open violations.
All of it, which we have now learned that are completely up to the code enforcement.
Right.
Well, we have not
well,
alerted them. We did alert them
We did, yeah.
to the
Okay.
new ones. the-
All right,
the
and-
new
Yeah.
frontage ones.
and-
Yeah.
and the thing is,
The first ones.
well, but I think what we should do is frame a proposed timeline.
Right, so like
Right.
within 6 months.
Right, because if we're gonna ask them for input, maybe years before we get a response.
No, I think, no, that's the idea. So I'm finishing that draft and then I will circulate it to everybody and we can either talk about it at a meeting or maybe we can have a Zoom call or just do it over email.
All right, okay. Design Standards Committee.
That's me and Kate. And we looked through the drive to see what's what, and we're also gonna meet with Sean to figure out what was left off and where as best we can. And then
Okay.
we're gonna try to get,
Okay, because I thought that there was a table of contents that had been prepared. Which, because we're talking about various appendices.
yes, yeah, there is a table of contents on the website with the standard,
Okay,
but there's missing sections.
Yeah.
right,
So that's what we're talking about. So we see these things that are on the drive, but we just want to make sure with Sean and you, for example, and if you were here too, that these are the latest drafts
okay,
that we can.
And I think I downloaded off of the drive and sent the latest that I could find.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah,
I
so I
sent
think we're
everybody,
just
so you're
gonna
gonna
meet with Sean and be like,
confirm that that's.
is this it? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just confirming, and then we can add things.
okay, is there any, is there any reason why we need to reach out to Lloyd?
I think Sean, if he's able to answer, then
Yeah,
they,
if
that's
you can
fine.
find out from him, because Lloyd was the one who was the,
He was running point with the designer, right?
no, he didn't meet with, the designer was, there is no designer, it was the firm that prepared the original design standards.
No, I'm saying the designer who laid the entire document out.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I think we all took,
What is the latest?
I think
content?
Sean should
We're
be
gonna
able-
get it online.
I think Sean.
and if I remember correctly, one of the appendices is a list of resources.
Mhm.
And I think we already started doing that with Butterfield Library. And so rather than that being an appendix, we should probably just build on that.
Mhm.
Because we sent them a list of documents. I'll forward. We sent them a list of
You sent
documents.
the document.
Yeah. And I think they actually have, when I was over there for some event, I saw there was a section of the shelves where they had these documents already.
Like the old surveys and stuff?
No, these are, the books and,
Oh, okay, so like titles of books.
Resource.
Yeah.
resources.
And like
Yeah,
preservation brief.
Right.
Yeah. And then we
And
confirmed with the
preservation
lawyer too,
briefs
that
up,
we can put the
right.
preservation briefs up
Right.
and that we can list, link to articles.
Yeah,
And even places like the,
the more robust that section of the website is, the better.
yeah, and like the Zaborski Emporium,
Mhm.
like we can link to them because they provide salvaged materials. But we can't make a list of contractors or things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But all of that on the website would be really good.
Okay, are we talking about a Butterfield Library website or?
No,
or-
No,
village-
it's the
the
village
village
website,
website.
within, like, in our board section of the website.
Because they have the reference library, so it's no use duplicating that
No, we're talking about linking out to like the National Trust and different preservation briefs and stuff.
Okay,
People are way more likely to go to the village website, to our page and, click here, then go over to the library, I think, and
We can make a note that library.
Sure. Oh,
has
yeah.
Other materials.
Yeah.
but-
okay.
yeah.
I'm not sure I agree with that because, the question really becomes, if you're going to look up some information, I would think that first inclination would be to go to the library.
I think
But
that is 100% not the case
Totally
anymore.
Absolutely 100, like, people are in their bed and they're like, got their laptop and they're.
That's very nice of you to think that people are gonna go to the library, but that.
It's like fourth
not
or
gonna
fifth,
happen.
yeah, it's like
That
amazing.
ship sailed about 30 years ago.
I would go to the library, I love libraries.
I do too, but yes.
cynicism.
I am fully aware that I'm
Youngsters
a Luddite and a
nowadays.
special breed at this point, but yeah.
Do we have minutes? Any minutes?
No.
October and November.
Oh.
Would you like to-
Yes, let's go ahead and do it.
No. I think we still have like, left, right? Are we still, we're still not caught up, right? Cause we have like a section in the middle that is not.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, October 28th, that's a special, yeah,
Workshop.
yeah,
Oh. Should we say the historical stone marker? Placement of the historical stone marker
right.
Memorial.
memorial.
You're on October?
Yeah, October 28th. The board requested information of placement of the historical stone memorial and the flagpole.
And signs.
Historical stone memorial.
The flagpole and the historic signage.
Mhm.
You requested lock sets and details on the door.
Probably details on the lock sets and the door, because there were no lock sets. There were no locking mechanisms shown in the drawings.
Well, okay,
The drawings are like,
well,
No information.
but we had told them, don't get into the weeds yet until you have a plan or a layout that is approvable. I don't remember talking about the details on the door.
I
Do you?
did, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it, yes. So I would maybe just say, requested details on the doors and lock sets.
But I think we also had questions about like how the new pavilion would relate to the historic building. That was like the major question, right? Like
The
in
roof
terms of-
line.
Right, we were like details on roof lines and like hardscaping, right? Like the wall and how the two would be married.
well, yeah, I think we can probably modify the second sentence. Kate requested the existing site plan and the new site plan, which is clear with elements in place, with reference to the existing, or for existing buildings.
To illustrate the relationship of the existing and proposed.
Yeah,
Reference to. With reference to.
Not with reference, to illustrate the relationship of the
Between
existing,
the existing historic structure and the proposed pavilion.
yeah, yeah.
okay, do I have a vote or a motion concerning the minutes of meetings for October 28th with the changes that were identified?
I'll move to approve the minutes as modified by Abigail.
Second.
Favor say aye.
I,
Okay, November 8th. Started off with 70 Main Street.
Double plate on top.
Um, okay, then why don't we just add at the end, did not vote on this application at that time. The applicant will return for the next meeting with the materials requested.
Applicant, hold on, I'm sorry, just give me 1 second.
Parrot Street,
Applicant will
we
return.
talked a lot about
For
conduit,
the next meeting with
Placement.
the
Yeah.
materials
but
requested.
we approved it based on our specifying,
Yeah, like
where
we can
that-
mark up a drawing, or one of
Yeah.
us marked up a drawing.
yeah.
Ask them to make any changes on 20 Parrot Street. We have-
Set the drawing for
Yeah.
the location of the conduit and the inverter.
And that's what it was approved based on.
So it's not as submitted as modified.
Okay.
20 Parrot Street is application as modified.
And then shouldn't it be a 5-0 vote?
I'm sorry, I think what I failed to mention in the beginning, I wanna say that was right after. Or I'm sorry, right before Kimberly.
Oh, you were
Come
not,
on, confusely, yeah.
okay.
So I can add that in the beginning, right under the title,
Oh,
that you
okay.
joined at a later time.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Do you wanna add in Al? Here, that you marked the plans up and they were approved as you,
All right.
as it relates to conduit and inverter?
Yeah, why don't we change, A's Glenski request electronic version of plans in order to document changes. And then change the motion, approve the application as modified.
Requested an electronic version of the plan submitted in order to document changes.
In order to document changes requested by the board.
Okay.
Okay. 230 Main Street.
Probably should add something in about the board discussing the height and construction and style of the fence and gates. And changed the style.
Yeah,
We
because
approved
it
it.
wasn't a picket,
Yeah, we
And then
approved a
just take-
picket, yeah.
like a solid high fence.
That long ago.
I mean,
Probably look at the.
yeah, I can look at the video and come back with a little bit more information.
Can we just say the board discussed the style and construction of the fence and gate? Because then in the motion to approve the application as modified, it says spaced picket, so that's kind of clear.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because we did
the space picket should be part of the discussion. So, what do we want to, behind, let's,
The fence would be located behind existing trees, making it less visible from the street. The board discussed the style and construction of the fence and gate.
Materials.
Materials, style, material, and construction of the fence and gate. And agreed, and you wanted to say, and agreed on, or an agreed on based as picket fencing as the. You wanna
Yeah.
move it on there?
right, and then you can just say, motion to approve the application as modified.
Okay, get rid of space picket.
Put space picket up above and say, and the board agreed on space picket for the style of the fence.
Okay. So the board discussed the style, material, and construction of the fences, and agreed.
On space picket. And then you can remove that from.
Then I could feel four, I think we need to
Yeah.
note that this was an already built without approval fence. And we should say it's vinyl, and we should say it's visible, and then we should say that the board did not, said that this would not be approved as built.
So with
And
the
that
first
the applicant, yeah, sorry.
paragraph, say. Nationally listed area, historic district, blah, 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 applicant application for a C of A to approve. An already constructed
Vinyl fence,
vinyl fence
visible vinyl fence.
around the pool. That was installed, and then. You get that?
So a visible vinyl fence.
Around the pool, and then. That was installed without approval, and then the next. We could say the board discussed the visibility of this fence from various public rights of way.
I guess the question is that, is this the fence around the pool, or because it says install 4 foot high fence to create,
We're on the back.
oh, we're on the back.
Mhm.
Well, the back says we didn't vote on the project.
We didn't, we talked about it for probably a half an hour.
Right. Well, and I think we should note that we said we would not approve it
Yeah.
as it is built.
Yeah, so we said the board discussed,
Right.
yeah. The board discussed the visibility of the fence from various public rights of way. And noted that this fence would not be approved. As it was constructed. Based on the materiality.
Right. The applicant promised to return, with alternatives. I think we can say.
See them again. violation list. Is that was that added to our violation list?
I guess it,
It should be, right?
yeah. But he hasn't returned yet, so let's just
Yeah.
give him the benefit of the doubt to.
I just meant our spreadsheet that we have, that
Yeah.
at least, so we don't forget.
Right? Any other comments?
Adjournment.
Did you get all of the, what they were talking about as far as 204 Main Street?
I did.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve the minutes as modified.
Second move.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I'm ready to leave. I will make a motion to adjourn our meeting.
OMG.
Do we have?
All those in favor,
Do we
do I
have
have
a
a second? All in favor, say aye.
I guess.
Would you like, we got choice.
Window company?
I mean, we have it, right? Why would we need this for any?
I don't think so, cause unless is he on the, emails?
You are, madam.
Thank you so much. Right, give me 1 second, I'm sorry.